Germans frequently bumbled amid their first raids with module half and halves. They were so focused with not being the Toyota Prius, they overcompensated and stuffed enormous motors in the engine that weren't too effective, even with jolted hell. BMW specifically endeavored to persuade the world crossovers were as yet agreeable to drive. To some degree they were, yet BMW overlooked the main issue. Numerous shoppers really wanted range and mileage, and Bimmer looked as its rivals took off proficient little uprooting module half-breeds. With the 2018 530e iPerformance car, it would appear that the organization is at long last getting it. Maybe the auto's coolest trap is its new remote charging framework, which BMW created with Daimler-Benz. It will charge the battery at a rate of 3.2 kWh, 33% of aggregate limit, inside 3.5 hours. With BMW connected on the inside screen, the auto sees the 2-foot square charging cushion by means of a remote system. The driver is guided with an arrangement of blue lines on the screen over the cushion with an exactness of 2.8 creeps from side to side and 4 crawls from front to back. There's an identifier to keep youngsters from browning in the event that they stick a rake under the auto and a creature finder to turn it off if your feline preference is lying under the warm motor in winter. The proficiency rate of charging is 87% contrasted and a divider box likeness 91%. The framework goes at a bargain 1 year from now. Estimating was not declared, but rather it's relied upon to be marginally more than a divider box. The car accomplishes up to 31 miles on power and the aggregate range is asserted at 404 miles, bounty usable for generally Americans. Power originates from a 2.0-liter twin-scroll turbocharged 4-chamber with variable valve lift, which groups with an eDrive AC synchronous electric engine for an aggregate yield of 248 pull and 310 pound-feet of torque. The engine sits in the gearbox ringer lodging between the motor and the 8-speed programmed transmission, while the 9.2 kWh lithium particle battery is mounted under the back seats. The organization would not uncover efficiency gauges. There are a few primary methods of operation: auto eDrive, where the auto picks which control unit to use for greatest productivity, with EV mode accessible up to 56 miles per hour, max eDrive, where the auto favors electric power with EV mode up to 87 miles per hour, and battery control, where the fuel motor will charge the battery pack and power the auto. Truly, it's a long way from a definitive driving machine, yet you can pedal the 530e before long crosswise over nation regardless of whether it isn't an especially remunerating knowledge. For the record, we accomplished 47 mpg in the initial 50 miles of quick motoring after a battery finish off. It merits reviewing that a little more than 5 years prior, BMW propelled its first mixture, the Active Hybrid 5, in which the motor was a 3.0-liter straight 6, the electric engine was a kind of volt-energized supercharger and the reasonable gas mileage didn't approach the asserted sticker. Quick forward a large portion of 10 years, and the organization is significantly more advanced and in advance with customer tastes, as the 530e illustrates. It isn't splendid to drive, yet it saves gas. Munich engineers have at last gotten the point.